Guys, we're going to do a meeting based upon Robert Fuller today, only because he asked me a question. So I want all you guys to do me a favor, grab a pad and a pen. We're going to write some crazy stuff down. Number one, I'm going to tell you a story about Southwest Airlines. Years and years and years ago, they did a study upon their own employees, and they found that 95% of their complaints came from 5% of their employees, meaning service employees, flight attendants, service people behind the desk, bookers, service reps when you call them over the phone. Now that 5% of their employee population were the ones that were causing all this consumer havoc, and they gave bad press to the customer service department of Southwest. Southwest executives got together and they said, what should we do about this? And they said, well, maybe we should just fire them all right now. And one executive said, no, let's not fire them yet. Let's go figure out why they did what they did and why they act the way that they act. So during the survey, they decided to go interview every single person that was causing the conflict with their consumers. What they found was their level of happiness with themselves, not the company, is what derived from the consumer complaints. What that means is, from prior companies that these people worked, they had the same issues. And every position that they had, whatever company that they worked with, every single person had the same value of me. And they blamed it on the consumer, that the consumers were mean, they were nasty, they weren't good, they weren't real buyers. And all of this developed inside the executives, and they got back down at the round table and they said, you know what? We have to find out the personality traits of these people, and when we interview, we have to not hire them. And one executive said, well, yeah, if we could do that, that would be great, but it's not realistic. And they said, how do we do this? How do we find it? Well, they fired them all, the 5%, because 95% of their employees were phenomenal. And then Southwest said, let's do group interviews. And in the group interviews, people would get up there and they said to them, pitch us on why you want to work for Southwest. So everyone did their thing. But yet, during these interviews, everyone thought that it was their answers and how they answered on why they were going to get hired. But what Southwest did was, they had a group of people watching. And it wasn't the staff. It was consumers inside of the market. And then they went to the consumers and they said, how do you feel from the way that person just answered the question? How do you feel when that person speaks? How do you feel their mannerisms were? How do you feel their tonality was? And then the consumers were the ones that were actually hiring the new individuals to go work for Southwest. Well, as you know, Southwest went on and they have some of the greatest customer service and satisfaction, won awards for it. Now, the lesson learned from that is what? People are not ever satisfied with themselves. It's not a company, it's not a consumer, and the consumers are the ones that choose you. But the same 5% are consumers inside of the market. Who are the ones that put complaints on companies, do you think? That 5%. They get complaints themselves, they're never satisfied themselves, and then they complain about everybody else. It's a treadmill approach. Whereas you sustain a level of happiness consistent with your level of thinking. We always talk about every single meeting the word called what? Standards. But it's that standard of level of happiness that everybody brings into their life, and they want to sustain that. Whether you guys have a liquidity event and you make all this money, you win the lottery, tomorrow you're going to feel what? The same. If you lost all your money, a week from now, you're going to feel the same. We sustain a certain level of happiness within ourselves because of a standard that we hold within ourselves. Now, as salespeople, why do you think some people stay at top level and some people stay at the bottom level? It's because of that same level of happiness. No matter what happens in your life, you find the love of your life or you don't find the love of your life, everyone stays pretty much the same. You ride a high and then it comes back. Why do we do this to ourselves, and how does a person get over that hump and increase that level of happiness? What does it start with first? In order to sell somebody, there's two things. Number one, you have emotions, where we have a belief system in our visual, our auditory, our experience, and then actually reading something and feeling it. That's how we buy. But then the second one is the amount of time that's actually going to take to do all of those things. Now, a lot of people that have that bad response rate of the level of happiness just being sustained right here, they do what? I don't have enough time to increase it. They don't want to spend the time to increase it. So they live their life at a certain mark. Because they start to say to themselves, I can't go invest my time on a weekend to go further myself by reading a book and or reading about my career or getting ahead and taking the classes. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to go work on a Saturday. I don't have time to go write an extra deal during the day. This is the way salespeople are. Am I right or am I wrong? Yeah, right. Why? Well, I have other stuff to do. Do you really? No. What are we trying to do inside of our own heads? Justify what?
Where we're at. Said it's okay.
Why we're not going to do what we're supposed to be doing. We have to justify everything. Well, I can't do what he does because I have too much going on for that. Do you really? Or you just don't want to make time for that? So what do we do as salespeople and just human beings? Especially what is proven by what Southwest said, because they weren't salespeople. They were customer service. They were just workers that were complaining about everything, but it was really about themselves. What do we have to do to readjust? And think about that, because I have meeting after meeting after meeting, and no one ever listens. So we go look at this and go look at your papers where I ask everybody, what does it take to be in that 1%? What does it really take? Well, everything. Everything. Somebody said to me, I don't understand how you have so much time. I don't have the time that you have. Why not? Why don't you? We're on the same clock. I don't have my own clock. I'm still able to do all the other things that you keep telling me about. Plus, I have even more time just to go sit on my couch, too. How is that? It's time management, isn't it? It's what we do with our experiences. It's how our belief system is. If I believe I can get something done, I can. When most people go to bed, fuck, I'll go to the gym. Why not? Why not? Because you're not supposed to? Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you? Oh, well, you're not supposed to work all day. Who told you that? The other person who's broke? The other person who's broke told you that. But this is what we do inside of our own heads. What do? We rationalize our thought patterns, don't we? Oh, yeah, I have to leave at 5 o'clock, because, I have stuff to do. I got to get things done at night. Bullshit. No, you don't. You're not getting anything done at night, to be honest with you. I want you to write down everything you did last night and show me. Show me what you did, Elon Musk. Don't lie, because you're lying to yourself. So when we talk about that treadmill, we start to sustain a level of happiness that's equal to the way that we think and what we want. Because we all say that we want everything, but we're unwilling to do it, aren't we? We really are. If everybody in here really wanted to be smart, you would be, and you would read everything that you could and study it and study it and study it. And you have the time to do it, but do you? Absolutely not. Why not? Let's go back to sports with some of you. I see some big guys in here. Played football, wrestling. If you didn't show up to wrestling practice, but then you only showed up to the tournament, what would happen?
You would wrestle.
What happened? What? Get your ass beat. Get killed. Huh?
Wouldn't be able to wrestle.
Wouldn't be able to wrestle. A little different. A little different going into something where you never did it before. Correct or incorrect? But yet we go into our lives and our careers the same way, don't we? We know if we go play a sport, you go to football practice, you know you have to do it because you need to know the plays, you need to know the game, and you need to get in what? Shape. You need to get in shape. You can't be a bodybuilder, never bodybuild before, and then go to a competition and start posing next to the person who does it every single day for hours. What does it take? What does it take? Dedication, repetition. It's constant repetition. It's constant repetition. It's the repeating patterns of what it takes to be successful, what it takes to be that 1%, what it takes to get your life to the next level, but most of us don't want to do it. I'll give you a little story right now. There's a lot of people that come in here, and I see 2 of my reps that came in here recently, became top all-stars, started making nice, beautiful checks at 19 years old. $3,000, $2,800, and this is within what, 3 months of their employment? And all of a sudden now, buy a new car, I need to take some time off. I'm going to a party. Oh, we got a mandatory Saturday. Up, not showing up. What happens? What happens? We reach a level of success and we think it's going to continue forever no matter what we do. So you want to talk about really what the pattern of mentality is. The pattern of mentality is, I know I could be successful if I do it now, but it should just last because I am who I am and I reached it once, so I won that one match, so every match from now on I should win just doing what I usually do. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because when you go from middle school to high school, especially as a wrestler, all of a sudden you're not number one no more, are you? No. You have more what? Competition. When you go from high school over to college, you have more what? Competition. All of a sudden it gets what? Tougher. Tougher. When you move from that to the Olympic charts over there, big boy, holy shit, now you're against who? All of the best in the world. You thought you were the best. Yeah, in your house. Now there's other houses you got to go compete against. All of a sudden you're getting kicked in the face over there, Taekwondo man, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's as good as me. What do I do? Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you got in the ring and what? Trained harder. But a lot of us don't do that. We don't have that mentality because we sit within our house and we say, this is good enough. What I'm doing right now is enough. I don't have to do more. No one's better than me. We have that mentality. All of us think like we were made to do something bigger, stronger, better. But yet we never move forward with that mentality outside of your own brain. What do? You think it, but you don't believe it because you do nothing about it. Everybody says, I want those abs, I want everything, but you're not willing to put in the work to go get them. Everyone says, I want to be so smart, I want to be talented, I want to be the number one guy over there in Taekwondo. I want to be the number one wrestler. I want to be the number one salesperson. But yet we do nothing to go approach it in life, do we? What do? We ignore it. And we just think it inside of our own heads. And we live inside this Hollywood movie. Inside of our own heads that, screw Mike. It's the company. I need to go find another job because I'm just not making the money I used to. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're terrible on the phone. You're not closing for shit, and you took off 4 days last week. Well, I know, but, I mean, my check is just that my check's not there. Your check's not there because you're not there. If you move on to somewhere else, you're going to make money for the first 2 weeks. Absolutely. But then after that, what are you going to do again? The same shit that you did here. Your pattern. Your pattern. We had somebody who used to work for us, they had a pattern of gambling. They would make $6,000 in a week, $7,000 in a week, and some of you are snarking right now, no names. But then all of a sudden they wouldn't show up for what? 3 weeks? And they would go, I need to make money, I don't know what's going on. Holy fuck, what are you talking about? You just made $6 grand last week. Then you didn't show up. This is you, it ain't me, it ain't the company. Well, things are different now. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? Do you see what I'm saying? You don't go to the gym for 2 weeks and you keep eating cake and pizza every night and you're like, I don't know why I'm gaining weight. I've always eaten this stuff. But you left something out. You used to go to the gym. You used to go burn it off. Now you're not. So you let something go in your life and then something else happens. What do you blame it on? Everything else. No, it's not that. It's not that. Trust me, it's not that. You don't know. We all know that pattern of speech. We all know that. Yeah, I know it well because I hear it all the time. Mike, can you explain to me why I only have $200 on my check? Yes, I can. You didn't do anything, but I did. I know I did. You didn't. I'm looking at it. I'm showing you. No, that's not right. And then all of a sudden that disbelief comes in and we say, no, that's not me because I'm a powerhouse. I know I'm a powerhouse. No, I know I did more than that. I'm showing you literally. In black and white, you did not. And I'm showing you that you were on vacation for 2 weeks in a row. Well, I know, but I still had business coming in. I know I did. And we can't convince those people otherwise, can we? What happens with salespeople? What happens with our mentalities? It's always the poor me approach. It's not me. It's everything else. It's because of you. It's because you're switching me. It's because I'm on this campaign and that campaign, and I just don't know what's going on. No one's trying to help me. God helps those who? But yet we're unwilling to because we rather just go, he has it in for me. That's our mindset, isn't it? So you go look at that sheet, and I want you to go, why some fall short? You guys have that, right? Somebody read me that first line, Hirschberg, because you read good. Read it quick.
First, remember something, they want something.
Never mind, somebody else. Come on, quick.
First, remember, some think they want something, so two, they see how hard it is. And they rather fail and push the blame on friends, boss, job, or a family or upbringing. They never witness hard work.
Stop right there. Let's discuss that. Why do some fall short? From what we just read, kind of, right? Let's go over that. Some fall short, why? It's right up there for those who don't have the sheet.
They'd rather push blame than try to push themselves.
What does that mean?
Never experienced.
What does that mean? Daniel, what does that mean?
They don't want to look inward at themselves, see what they're doing wrong.
Okay, and?
Face
They don't want to take
accountability.
accountability.
Face accountability. What else? What's the next line? Chris, it's very short. You can read that one. Come on. Come on.
They never witnessed.
They never witness hard work to compare it with. That's what it is. Why do you think the person sitting next to a top producer in here always does better?
Because they see it every day.
They see it.
I'll give you a little situation I have in here. I had one of our new top producers sitting next to somebody that was, you know, very low, middle of the road. I moved their seat. All of a sudden, she's producing in excess of everyone else. Why? How do we get held back? Dylan, how do we get held back? Quick, how do we get held back? What?
Environment.
What?
Your environment.
Your environment. What do you start to mold into?
What's next to you?
The person sitting next to you. At home, what happens?
Same thing.
Same thing. If your parents tell you it's okay just to work 9 to 5 and you shouldn't work more, what is your mentality when you go get a job?
9 to 5.
9 to 5, because you know that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't work more. They're taking advantage of you. You don't want that kind of life that you work more than that. Now all of a sudden you go work inside of a fucking household that there's a CEO, and then the mom's a business owner, she's a CEO, and then you see your parents working 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day. They get home, they're doing work. All of a sudden, as you start to develop, what's your mentality?
That's normal. That's normal. That's normal.
That's a norm. If you grew up with a father that didn't play any sports, what are the chances that you'll play a sport? Why?
Take you out. Teach you.
You grow up with parents that are against hunting. What are the chances you're going to be a hunter?
That's not. You're not
Probably very slim to none, unless all your friends do it and, you know, they convince you otherwise. What are you? You're a what? You're a product of your environment. Your parents, your household, the household that you create right now will breed, Charity, your success. It will breed who you are as a human being. It will raise and or lower your level of standard. Your level of satisfaction, the level of your happiness, Phillips, depends upon what you really believe it is. That's the way that you act. I'm telling you this. And that's the people in here. The people that you sit around, it raises and or lowers your motivation throughout that day. If you have somebody out there, all they do is stare at that computer and say, no, leave me alone, I'm here to make money, I don't have time for this, or they just smile at you until the little beep comes in, they're like, all right, shit, man, I gotta go cash a check, I don't have time for this bullshit. Unless you sit next to that person, you get delved into their what? Conversations. I don't give a shit about what's happening at your house. That's what you have to say to somebody. Dude, we're here to make money, tell me after work. Please, I love you to death, but please, man, we're here for a limited amount of time. Can we please just make the money? But we won't do it as human beings because we don't want to what? Upset the status quo. We want to look good in front of these people, and looking good is going, oh, okay. Oh, your girlfriend did what? Oh, I'm sorry. Really? Oh, man, your weekend wasn't? No? Okay, your car broke down? Shit, man, I'm sorry. Flat tire. Holy shit. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What else? No, you don't know. You're depressed? Fuck. Yeah, all right. And that's the way most of our days go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How do we change it? We have to go look at these people and say, bro, you're draining me. You are a drain on me. You're probably a drain on other people too. I think you need to get up and go somewhere else, because this ain't the place. Like, you gotta like become a fishing instructor or some shit that you have time to go fucking bitch about your life. I don't have time for this. We're in a hustler job here, man. But a lot of us, we don't have the what? The cannolis to fucking go do it. So we sit there and we ruin our own lives for other people. That's why they say that your spouse is the most important person in your life. They're there to support you, or they're there to what? Tear you down. And if you're by somebody who tears you down, well, there's your life. And the people that keep going back to that person that keeps tearing them down, whose fault is it?
Your own.
Your own. You're ruining your own life. And everybody else sees it and they try to tell you, but we fight against it, don't we? Isn't that the same in sales with your boss? That we try to say, hey man, here's what you're doing wrong. Here's what you're doing right. But we go, no, yeah, that ain't right. You just don't understand. Fucking, no, I'm getting all this garbage and it just doesn't work out. Am I right? Am I right, Brett? Am I right? That's what we do to go satisfy ourselves. No, and you give Nicole all the special attention, and she just gets everything. I see it, and da da da. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. But we put that inside of our heads to do what again? Yeah, to keep that happiness scale. To say, no, here's the reason why, Mike, you are where you are. It's because you're being held down by George. George doesn't want to see you get any further, so that's why he's doing all these things to you. But yet then we stay with it? Like, that's how stupid people are. They don't leave the job. They just stay there and they keep bitching to the same people about it, like, I'm going to convince Marcus that, this is really happening. That Mike's just giving all the leads over to Danny. Danny's getting them all. Mike knows what's going to come in because he can fucking measure everybody. He's absorbed in the fucking communications bureau, and he knows what people. George is going over to Danny. Marcus, you get Billy. Billy sucks. But this is our mentality as salespeople. We believe that's true. How stupid is that? How do we change it? I want you guys to go down to chase the deal, not the money on that sheet and or my board. Chase the deal, not the money. What does that mean? Quick. What does that mean? Quick.
Focus on the close.
Focus on the close. How about this? So many of you worried about making money that you don't make money because you're worried about making money. Now, what do I mean by that? They always say, do what you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Bullshit. Okay. No. Unreal. Doesn't work that way. But if you chase a deal and you chase the happiness of getting a deal, because when you get a deal, what comes after? Money. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. When you go look for a spouse or you go look for a girlfriend, boyfriend at a bar, right? You're not looking for a baby. Why are you looking for the after effect of what's supposed to happen in between? That's what we do. As salespeople, you all hunt for money all day instead of hunting for the deal. If you go hunt for the deal and you guys get the satisfaction of hitting your quota, your standard, everything internally, your positive what? Goal, what you're supposed to do during the day, guess what follows? The money. You have to think about shit differently. When you stress yourself out about money, what doesn't come? That's like some idiot going to Vegas. Why are your casinos so profitable? The house always? Why? Greed. Greed. We always try, one more hand, one more hand. You see somebody winning in Vegas, craps table, no, I'm hot right now. No, you're not, you're fucking lucky. That's the difference. It's all luck. Bro, you're not good. You're just rolling dice. Literally, you're rolling dice and you're getting lucky. Stop when it's hot. No, one more. I lost everything. What do? We gamble on what? Gamble on the feeling. Thank you very much. And then when you guys do that and you try to get that feeling, I'm going to make $1,000 today. Are you? Because you have a stress with that. You have a stress. And then you say, I need to make 1,000. I need to make 500. Oh, at least I made 4. And then that happens. Then what happens the next day? You need a number of what? Deals. You need to say to yourself, how many yards can I run? How many balls can I hit out of the park? Don't worry about winning a game. Worry about yourself at this moment right now. Right? Can I catch the damn ball? Don't worry about scoring. Catch the ball first. Then run George down the field. Does that make sense, everybody? Don't say to yourself, home run before you hit the ball. Hit the fucking ball first. We always put the end result before the beginning. You need to start before you act. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes? So stop stressing yourselves out and have different goals inside sales. Say to yourself, what do I have to do today? Make money, of course. But in order to make money, I have to sell consumers. How many Billies can I write today? Do stupid shit to mix up your day so you're not stuck in this reframe. Say to yourself, how many people from Missouri can I sell today? How many people from Florida can I sell today? Do that type of shit and make it a competition within yourself, and then all of a sudden money follows. Because then you put pressure on yourself to close. Does that make sense? But when you just say, I just have to sell people, you won't sell anybody. You're going to become that 5% of the Southwest and be angry all day. Does that make sense? Yes. At the end of this sheet, I wrote some stuff down. If you want to make more money, pick up your damn headset and sell a goddamn deal and close. If you want to make more money, then what? Get on the phone and close. If you're tired of being broke and your wife's all over you every single day, you're tired of your life at home, you're tired of the fucking car that you drive, then pick up the phone and fucking close somebody. If you're tired of dressing like a piece of shit, having holes in your shoes, having shitty friends around you, and no money to go out on the weekends, to pick up the phone and close. How many goddamn leads do I deliver to all of you every single day?
Thousands.
How many?
Thousands.
But then some of you come and complain to me. Don't fucking complain. It's your ability to close, not mine. I'm teaching you everything. Shane's teaching you. Mallman's teaching you. Fuller's teaching you. We're all teaching you. Your friends sitting around here teach you. If you want to make money, then pick up the phone and close. Don't go through the newspaper and go look for another place to work, because you have to work anywhere. So work now in a job that gives you unlimited marketing, unlimited potential, unlimited everything, and delivers food to your fucking desks. Food to your fucking desks. We deliver coffee to your desks. Oh, what's that? You have hunger issues? I ordered pizza and I fucking solved them for you. You need to go work out? I have it in the back. I have a fucking gym for you. Shut the fuck up and close. You don't want to sit next to somebody in a baseball cap and shorts all day? Guess what? Doesn't fucking exist here. Pick up the phone and close. You're tired of always getting burnt. Not here. Pick up the phone and fucking close. What are we doing? What are we doing? Stop chasing fucking rainbows, everybody. The rainbows are made in here. You, not out there. You have to make them. Wherever you go, it's going to be the same shit. Do you understand that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So pick up the phone and fucking close. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's hire it up.
Pick up a phone and